Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since it's doing that thing. Anyway, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, yo. How August was?
Yeah, no. It's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, ne?
No, close to a month. The whole of
really?
August, yeah. The whole of August was tough. It was just draining work and stuff, but we are here, and I'm here with the man.
Thank you for featuring me.
We're super excited to be bringing you a topic that we think that we'll love. We're going to chop it up a bit. We're going to go through different topics. But yeah, before we get into it, kindly subscribe. Thank you to all those who've been watching. I really appreciate it.
And also, no, just saying, I also enjoy engaging you guys on the comment section.
On the comment section, you really do.
I love it.
My manager.
PR.
Anyway, so yeah, guys, we're going to get into it today. We're talking about things that can kill your relationship, pretty much, you know? Things that can just eat away bit by bit at your relationship. And some of it will get into the marriage sphere, but I feel like relationships start when you start dating as a whole. So yeah, we're going to touch on points that I think are very important that can span throughout, whether dating, married, whatever the case may be. So nobody is left out, and even if you are single, then you'll take these things and apply them when the time comes. So rewatch this one again. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So the first thing that can kill your relationship is jealousy and lack of trust.
Yeah, no, definitely. You can start. Because I'm not fine.
Not really. Okay, no, but okay, jealousy is definitely why I do have a file. I do have an experience. I remember I went live on Instagram, and I was just sharing an experience with someone from back then who was extremely... It was an amalgamation
moment
of things. No, it was a lot of things, but one of the things that stood out was just jealousy, asking who am I chilling with, and that's a put off. Nobody wants to be with someone who's insecure. And people think just allowing a person to have their space is not caring about a person. No, I think it's very important to trust the person that you're with, because that brings peace. There's a lot of things that your relationship doesn't need, and insecurity and jealousy is not one of them. Like personally, count me out. I still want my own space. I still want to be able to do my things without being questioned. Where are you going? Who are you with? What are you doing? If I told you I'm going out to have lunch with Tobbs, for example, you should be able to trust that.
Yeah, it's true.
And I mean, for us, we don't go through each other's phones.
Yeah.
Full access. We have full access. I'm a fingerprint.
2 fingerprints.
Yes, we've got the codes.
Full access, everything, everywhere.
But we don't do that. We barely go through one another's social media. We don't do the checking of DMs, and no, for me, I think it causes unnecessary stress. And if you're someone who pries through your partner's messages, then it's because you're looking for something and you don't trust that person.
Yeah. It also speaks of being confident in your relationship.
Yeah.
If you're not confident in who you are and also in your partner as well, so which means the foundation is already it's not good.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have any insecurities at all. If they are there, try to discuss with your partner and saying this is the root cause for it. Let's deal with it.
And you have to work on it. I think people take insecurity very lightly.
Yeah.
You really need to work on your insecurities. For me, my security comes from the fact that I can only be Buli. I can't be Chantel or someone else, you know. And it's within me being me that if you signed up to have me, that's it. I'm not going to change and accommodate myself to be someone else. I felt like that when I was dating, because there were beautiful ladies and all of them had the 30 inches, and nothing wrong with 30-inch weave, and they every day on campus, my makeup, and I'm like, hey, when it's tough, me, I'm there, out there just with a hoodie, and we're there to work. And I got to the point where I looked around and I'm like, it's not that I don't love myself, but I can't be someone else. If Chantel can wear makeup and wear high-waist leggings and crop tops and be the baddest of the baddest. That's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Do you? Well done. But it's not going to be me. And the person who is with me mustn't make me want to change to be that or change to be anything less.
That's the other thing that other partners do. They bring insecurities in the picture and say, "Oh, dude, there's Chantel who shine makeup, ganje, arms like this." No, don't. You know your partner. Straight, flat. Accept. That's what you signed up for. So it's just one of those things whereby now she starts feeling like, okay, straight. So no, just make sure.
The next thing that can kill your relationship is lack of communication.
I want that one. It just needs a different topic or an episode.
Communication is a topic all by itself. Because there's levels to it. We realized that there's levels to it. We realized that there was a point where we were communicating like, I'm at work, I'm at work, I'm at home. Whatever the case
communication.
May be. Yeah, but it was just like checking in, man. Like, I'm safe, But we weren't,
my message sent.
Exactly. But we weren't
coming home,
communicating and finding and getting into bonding and getting into each other's heart.
Well.
So there's levels to communication. There's communication that you need to tick the box in the sense of being accountable. Okay, I'm going out with the boys. I've arrived safe. You don't have to tell me kanjani or what. No, hey, I've arrived safe. We'll let you know when I'm on my way. That's it. You don't have to tell me when you're there. I'm checking up on you. That's on you. You don't have to do all the nitty-gritties. But I think being accountable within that space where you're going, and I know you said you're going to the golf club. Did you arrive safely? I think that's just nice for I think it's courtesy. And then there's communication where we get to know one another's heart. Exactly. You can miss so much of a person's life by not communicating,
Yeah, and I think it happened with us. I think the other week, I think it was a week or two.
Yeah, about 2
weeks
ago.
Were just busy, and I haven't said to him, "Hey, Askara Kulum." I'm like, what do you mean? We're talking, you're telling me, how was your day? Getting to know, but do you know what I'm feeling right now? Do you know, did I change maybe purpose or trying to think about how do I approach this degree? And there's a lot of change that happens in a person's mind in terms of life, how they want to do life. So don't miss that opportunity. Just create a platform.
To understand where a person is at,
definitely.
What they're thinking, what they're feeling. How they're navigating, even in what stresses them,
That's true.
To even the nitty-gritties of the friendships they may have with other people. You need to get into that place where you are talking, and finding out about really how is your partner doing.
And don't act pretending you're good. Like for instance, my wife, she's a visionary and she moves so quick, so she can change things fast. So if I don't talk to her, I don't know what's going to happen next week, because she would say, okay, Kevin, I'm coming up with this idea, I'm doing this. But if I didn't talk to her maybe a week before, I wouldn't know. And it would be difficult for me just to support her. But when I ask you, I'm saying, dude, how are you feeling about
almost
this? Daily. Because I know with you, anything can go. Like today, saying, after this video, you might think another video. So I know, so I have to be up to date. I have to update myself with you and your mind. So.
And find out, are you okay? How it's a good question to ask is, how do you feel in this space so far? What do you think of like the relationship, what do you, are we on the same page? Do you understand? Like, it's just things like that where we are getting into one another's space intimately, so because communication is also intimacy.
That's true.
Which is the next point.
I've seen at work familiarity.
Yes, familiarity.
That's the one. I've seen married people do you talk to your partner? I'm like, yeah, we do talk, but do you really talk to your partner? Do you know how does your partner feel? Does he even know that you feel like this? And they said no. They don't know. That's the problem. You guys are doing life together, but uncommunicated, and you can lose someone else's heart like that. It's easy.
Very easy.
Don't allow it. Fight for it.
Yeah, fight for it. The next one, while we're on that, is that you don't have another thing that kills your relationship is that you don't have much intimacy anymore. And it can go on any kind of field, but I've learned that intimacy plays a huge role. Intimacy it includes sex.
Yeah. I was about to say intimacy. We are thinking pata. Pata.
But intimacy it's also got a lot to do with, I think, physical touch, your love language, and really, wow, just opening up, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of intimacy the same way where we are encouraged to be intimate and get into the space with God. It's got something to do with being vulnerable and giving of time, right? So you open up and you give your time to God, and that's a space that nobody else knows about. So the same in the relationship where we give one another time. There's time set apart to be intimate, whatever that entails, because our intimacy might not look like the next one. But I also feel like there's parts where they kind of meet or something like that. I learned in the beginning, I was like, dude, surely, because I mean, we weren't having sex before, like when we're dating. So when we got married, I was overwhelmed by, I'm like, fam, we gotta do this every day. But understanding that it's not only like the act of it, but once we got into it, like once we fully understood what intimacy is, what sex is, and what that does for us, it's like when we don't, like, if it's been 2 days, you're like, no man, something's missing.
And I like that. Did you hear that? 2 days.
no, but for real, because once you fully understood what intimacy is about, and I'm not just saying sex and releasing your frustrations, because that's different.
Yeah, no. And that works as well.
I was going to be funny. I was going to be saying, I'm like, Konama round releaser.
It's true.
Which is true, right? This Konama round that was like, oh my gosh, that was a bit, there was. And then there's intimacy. Yes, I think that's very, very, very important. That's something that you can't replicate.
Sbu Zegalala like saying this flow with your partner. Intimacy. I mean, how I see intimacy is, before you pray and worship, it starts ganani. That's how it is with your partner, starting to build that momentum. By the time you get in there, it's like it's your space when and when you pray also, when you play your favorite song. When you worshiping, there's that part God is going to hit you there, and then you're just going to open up your heart. Yeah, that's how you flow, and that's how it happens as well with you. This is not tension releasing. This is intimacy.
And there's something about intimacy where you can almost, because you also kind of becoming one with that, you can kind of tell things from the intimacy. You can kind of just, man, something's off. Something, I mean,
you can tell.
I think even intimacy itself is a totally different topic. But I think for me, I must say, learning even more and more each day how important it is. So if you are married and there's no intimacy, please work on that thing. Even if you're in a relationship, there's ways, and even in a relationship through dating, on how to be intimate. But we will elaborate on that some other time. Another thing that kills relationships is unrealistic expectations. And we've learned that expectations as a whole, expectations is just you simply wanting something. No, not even saying,
you're right.
You desiring something, but not saying it. That's an expectation. So you ifuna mara awusho, and nakona lento ifunai. Sometimes
it's difficult.
Really,
it's difficult.
Sometimes I think, especially sometimes it can actually go both ways, because there's things that you expect that I'm just like, but
I can't.
Why don't you articulate it? Same with me, like, at the same time, no, but you didn't do this, like, but I didn't know, and I think that goes back to communication. We don't communicate our expectations. I think personally, if you want something, make it clear. Have a cook too. Write the vision.
Make it clear.
But in any case, what the essence of what I'm saying is, if there's something that you desire, I don't think that you shouldn't expect something. But I'm saying, if there's something that you desire, make it clear. Because what will happen is that I'm gonna stay frustrated, like, but you didn't do this. Like a simple thing yesterday, like I had expectations that you're gonna bring me Burger King, because I had made it clear that I'd really love some Burger King. And when he gets home, he's like, bag. Like, he's just walking, and I'm like, what's in the bag? And he's like, my empty scuffed, and I'm like, where's my Burger King? And he's like, oh, and then, I forgot. You see, on that basis,
and she was like, oh. Okay.
No, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was like, oh, that sucks. Because, I was anticipating it. But you see, at least I'm disappointed on the fact that I had made my expectation very vocal that fam.
And I bought it Burger King today. So it's all good.
It's okay. Yeah, you made up for it today.
Yeah. And also I remember when I had a session with Amachens, I think I was talking about sex and everything. So I asked them a common question, and I said, guys, what's your expectation when it comes to sex and duration and frequency? Hey, how much is that? Hey,
round after round after round.
And I was like, my chance. Really? Yeah, okay. I don't know, three times a day, 4 times a day. I'm like, no, man. It's not going to happen, and it will depend on the day and how you bond with your partner and the intimacy as well. How do I put this? Like message, how are you? Send love and just communication as well. Send money as well if she loves money. By the time we figure it, I'm telling you, it's going to get there. But your expectations, it shouldn't be that high to the point that on a first day having sex now isn't as easy. Just talk to your partner and
but even that is like theory. Like we can't talk about 8 round per day. No, Mamela, like has been
real.
You know, there's days literally where it's like, okay, round 4, 5.
Is this you?
But am I lying? Okay, am I lying? Don't say this. Am I lying? Like it's literally like, okay, you know, like kind of a thing. And then there's other days where it's like, we'll see it. We'll see it tomorrow. You understand? But it's those things where expectation must be communicated. Whether you're coming from, if you're coming from work and expecting something, I think it's best to come. And we learned very fast that it's very good to communicate, especially when it comes to things like sex, because you can be expecting, like, round after round. But what I like now is that we communicate to say, look, I'm feeling frisky. Can we get it? Kind of a thing. Because we've learned that for us, that works better than for you looking potos mara inside nkwatiling stress into like ankoda, like I'm not there. I'm so I can't. I'm like anchor right. Mara when no busy young potos and mang because you had an expectation.
And
you understand?
We've dealt with it very well. We've dealt with it because I'm thinking now. Even few weeks, not weeks, few days ago, what happened is like I'm going to start the mod. Are you
talking about me or you?
Are you?
Me wanting to start the car?
No. I wanted to start the car.
Why you always up?
No, it was that time. So as I was saying, I asked her, and then she says, yeah, it can go. Don't wait for it to do me. I'm like, oh really? I'm like, yeah.
Well, if that's the but you see, it's communication, like can we go? It's like communication, can we get it, kind of a thing, and then that's fine. But if I'm having the same with me, if I'm expecting you to come back home because I'm working fully from home, still working but fully from home, and I'm at home and I can work and close my laptop and put it aside, and then you come drained, you understand, like you're tired, you're drained, and I'm like, yeah, getting playlist namhlanje, hey, my 3 songs, Trey songs up his ass.
By the time we figure
and you are not there, then you come to and you're like, nah babes, not today. That kind of expectation. So I feel like it just needs to be managed, and also learning some things you can't take too much offense. Why laughing?
I'm just thinking about it.
You can't also take too much offense because we're different people. We all have our days. But if there's anything that you desire, make it clear. There's no Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity. There's no Wi-Fi.
I ask you, what does Wi-Fi do? What does it mean? I'm jealous music.
Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. But there's no Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's true, but I googled it anyway. But there's no Wi-Fi connection that's going to happen when it comes to expectations. Just make it clear. Make it clear. Another thing that kills your relationship is that you don't have a life outside of that relationship.
Yes. Oh yes.
I kind of really agree, because guys, we can't always just be here.
breathing you.
No, there's something that I love about also that balance of being able to go out, because there's times where I go out, spend some time with my friends or whatever the case may be, and those conversations, that time spent will always, when I come back, like when you come back, it's always like, hey, it's nice, man. I've got so much to tell you. You've got so much, like you have a life outside. I'm not overwhelmed by your presence all the time. I'm not overwhelmed.
You're chewing so loud.
That's the thing. No, honestly, and I'm not gonna like lockdown has been tough. No, it cannot been tough for us really, because we didn't spend that much time together.
Yeah,
but
mostly
you still, because you were working, so that kind of helped. So when you got home, it was still exciting that you're home. But I'm thinking for other people, sometimes it becomes hard, and sometimes you become really impatient with the other person, or you're missing one another because it's too much. I think it's important to be with one another, and the balance of friendship and relationship is really important.
It's good.
Which is going to be a video that is going to come probably after this one, if not two videos after this. But no,
guys, I'm telling you, if you don't spend time with my wife, she moves. Anyway, for me, I've always told you this, Uguti, I'm not only just your husband, I'm an uncle, I'm a scholar, I'm a practitioner, I'm a leader, everything, friend. So allow me to be those things, for me to be Ukevin, and then also to come and to be my best version of me towards you. So if you allow me to do that, it becomes easier. Just to say, I know relationship is growing. Not only just to me to be your husband.
Because I feel like you can also easily lose yourself.
Yeah, you can.
If you're so consumed and overwhelmed. And that was one of the questions the conversations that we once had on Instagram Live, that I did on Instagram Live, I think about a week ago. We were talking about how to not lose yourself in a relationship, because sometimes you can become so consumed by the next person and what they want and what they think is right and all those things. It's about them. And you spend so much time pouring out that you lose yourself within that.
Great qualities that makes you who you are.
Exactly. So learn to maintain the balance between your friendships, your family, because some people cut their family. If you're in a relationship with someone who's made you to cut your family, cut your friends, please,
something wrong.
Call someone to ask you to get some help now, because that's not it. There's a healthy balance. I do believe in, maybe if you had a friend that was not good for you. I do believe in saying, "Ish, Charlie, that friend, that friend is not." But not wongumundu that you can't go there. And I know sometimes, I'm a lady, guys. When my husband says he's going to hang out or sleep over at Tembas, I'm like, yo. It just happens, like. But I know it's like, okay. But I know it's important. I know boy time is important. I know it's really nice to have that time where you will also come back refreshed, come back on some, I'm loving you is the right thing. And that's how it should be. Once you're with your gents or with your ladies, when you come back to the relationship, it should always fuel you to more and help you to continue on this journey that you have. Yeah. Another thing that kills relationships is pride.
Hey, it just goes straight to the heart and
Pride. Pride comes in the form of lack of humility, not knowing when to apologize, and also not receiving even assistance well. Assistance in the sense that, I'm trying to help you in whatever way, and you're just not seeing the fact that I'm trying to assist you. Genuinely just trying to assist you. I'm not trying to overstep by me assisting you sometimes, and I feel like sometimes it does happen on the men's side, and you let me know, like, for example, if let's say you were taking a taxi, and I know this month was a rough month, and then niggas are that 100 rand for a taxi. I'm just making an example. Some men would not.
Yeah, they would tell you, I'm okay.
They would rather walk. And I think that's what kills relationships, because the person also sees that you're not willing to receive not only their help, but you're also not seeing their heart when they assist you. They're not looking at, this is what I did for you. That's not the attitude. The attitude is that
when you hurt, I hurt.
That's true.
And I want to help you. Yeah, I know some people might think that if I gonna limit taxi, but I'm just making an example.
Yeah, I think it's also up to us men to unlearn many things, because we were told to provide everything. But what happens if you can't provide, or if it's difficult for you to meet a certain need, and then your partner is saying, dude, I'm helping you because I can see the vision, so let's work together.
Another element of pride is also not being able to see when you are wrong and receive correction.
Yes,
and I think that's a huge thing, especially when you are in a relationship. Receiving correction and being able to admit when you are wrong is a huge thing.
And hard.
It's hard, but it's a very important thing, and it's got nothing to do with weakness. It's not about,
it's
weak.
Actually strength, eh?
Exactly.
Really. Strength.
Being able to say, I'm sorry, listen, I messed up. Or for me to say, Yazi, you kind of hurt me when you did this. And for you to say, no, I apologize. Other people would be like, mara now, you understand? That is something that, if that's within your relationship, it messes up relationships.
Deal with it.
Fix it.
Yeah, and the other thing, us men receiving help from our ladies in terms of expertise in your area.
Sure.
Like for instance, most men, they think you're a leader of the house, you lead every department of the house. No. Good leader knows when to delegate. If my wife is good with finances, when Ushawe accounting grade 10, just allow her, dude. And allowing her, you're also leading in that. She's saying, I trust you enough for you to lead in that department. And also, you're not only just letting her do everything, but you're also overseeing. So you're also leading in a way. So just allow your partner. If your partner is good in buying furniture, food, bringing the home together, let it be. And she does that very well. Mina, I'm going next my shop. She sees couches, flowers, all those things, and then she brings it together. And when she brings that home, I'm like, yeah, this is actually good. So allow her, dude, allow her. Don't be like uptight. It's, I need leader. In this house, it's my final word. No, don't, please. Yeah. Your house will not grow. You will be stagnant.
That's the thing. You will not grow. That's a good. Another thing that kills relationships is that you can't let go of things. Mistakes that have happened that the other partner has done. You keep bringing that up. I think that one.
It can destroy, and you might think you've dealt with it. How you know you've dealt with it if she does the same mistake? How do you feel? And what comes to your mind? And what do you say at that time? If you told her, hey, and then 2 days later, or even next week, so if you've dealt with it, you would say, baby, remember.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot to do with, you see, this is why I love God, because he teaches us. We are human. It's very hard for us to do this, but he's kind of set the standard in a sense that if you come to me and say, Lord, I've done wrong and I'm asking you to forgive me for my sins. Here, it's done. He remembers it no more. Stop raving about it. It's done. The problem with us as humans beings is that we always want to keep love keeps no record of wrongs, but we kind of also do it subconsciously, like, okay, I forgive you. Mara, we've done it again. Remember that time? And I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it because sometimes I'm like, yeah, we're fine. We move past it. And then you do something similar. I'm like, but
you remember. Yeah.
Now I'm bringing like calendar, like 14 kind of a thing, which is wrong, guys. Which is really wrong. We really like to expect perfection from human beings that are not perfect. And I'm not saying that we should allow people to continue to bamboozle us. The fact that we're going to forgive, for that to be a doormat. For that to be a doormat to allow them to continue to do wrong. If someone has made a mistake, all things being equal, not abuse, not someone who's trying to use that to abuse you, to say, no, but you must forgive me. No, not abuse and not taking them for a joyride. But if someone genuinely made a mistake, and I can't weigh the mistake,
That's true.
Weigh it out to say, this is something that can pass, you know?
I think there's a thin line in not accepting mediocre behavior or
100%.
character development.
100%.
And also thinking the best, and also allowing someone to
to better themselves in how they do things in the relationship, in learning from their mistakes. But if someone is doing the same thing again and again, and this person is not willing to learn, state this is wrong, change it. Yes. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, still doing the same thing. But also just thinking the best of them. What's going on? Why can't you change or deal with this? And that's when it speaks of intimacy and talking. No, I can't. I have a pride. I was taught like this. Then open up. Yeah, I think it's something that we need to do, just to open up.
Last one. I think the last one that slowly kills relationships is not having time and setting time apart for yourself. I think we get too caught up in the busyness of life, especially when you've got many aspects to your life. You can be working, for example, working, studying. You want to also balance and have those relationships with your friends.
That's true.
So the times when, and then you also want to have time for yourself, I think that one is one of the things that really kind of dim that fire, that spark. Learn to take time for yourself. Learn to go out, whether you go to botanical gardens or you go on a hike, or you just do stuff. Plan. Be very
it's not scary.
Schedule time, or put time, literally deliberate time to say, this day is for me and my partner.
And it's fully booked.
And it's fully booked. It's not like 3 o'clock I've got the next thing to do. Setting time apart. And that's why for me, I never really wanted to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't know how to do that, even from dating. They're busy. Like really? They have I'm not saying that people must always have time. Like every day you mustn't work, you mustn't this. You don't have time. I think that balance, because there's stuff I agree and I don't agree with. The way they said someone who always has time is probably unemployed. That's just something that is on to. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, even through the business of your life, to be able to put time aside and to say, at this particular time, let's spend time. Or yes, I'm coming back from work and I still feel okay. Instead of playing games, let's spend some time. I think it's those things, being deliberate about giving your partner that time of day. Because for some people, their language is time.
It is.
Their love language is time. Listen, you can send them Louis Vuitton handbags and buy them Gucci flop-flops, but all they need is your time.
They're just not feeling it. And for me, I see there's a debrief about my day. Like Mingfiga, I would want you to be there, Mingfiga, baby. Hi, how are you? And then just chat. Even if it's 5 minutes of your time, fully, like fully devoted, giving yourself fully, not half attention.
Not one. It's something we have to learn. While scrolling through
I will wait for you. I'm like, okay, I will pause my conversation.
You do that.
And then even if it's 2 minutes of your time, full attention, and then go back to what you're doing. Because I think we've learned to multitask, which is good. It works,
It works, but within its context.
Some places you shouldn't multitask when it comes to spending time with your partner.
I agree.
You're waking up, you said you're opening like 6 tabs. I'm like, hey, valama tabs.
Which is good. So I hope that will help. I hope that not only will it help, but it will also get conversation going. If you have any comments, any other things that you'd want to add, we can put them in the comment section below, and we will we'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. So we hope that you enjoyed that one. Till next time, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friend and tell their friend and tell their friend to like, comment, and subscribe and share the video.
There's share at the end.
And share the video. But thank you guys for all your love and support. We appreciate you dearly. And till next time.
There we go.
Bye.